To make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Brought down back at the 32.
Madden, black 22. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a gain of 34.
Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
From the red zone now, Winston eluding the pressure right. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 42. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. There he goes left side. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Gay is on for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Go, 180. Watch that in.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The 4-time All-Pro Johnny Hekker is on to punt for L.A. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hekker, on to punt for the Rams, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now Winston. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Here's gone. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the interception, Winston escaping the pressure right. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there and a first down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on third down. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but well, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. Now Goff gets this into the hands of Brandon Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. From the gun, here's Goff. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, past the 20, and it's a pick six. Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my